Happening now, we are now going on month 4 without the Indiana state gasoline tax across the state, which has transportation leaders right now looking ahead and asking for a sustainable solution when it comes to funding our roads.
Ella Rhodes shares with us the more dependable options they recommend.
You hear it or see it. Construction crews tearing apart and rebuilding the roads and highways. But when you're at the pump, the money is not going toward those projects at the moment.
If we continue this much longer without a new plan into the future, I think Hoosiers are going to have to weigh what's the benefit, $100 over the summer, or the fact that that road is very congested, your drive's going to take longer to get to work.
Brian Gould with Build Indiana Council says another month with no gas tax funding crucial projects means it's time to look at other options, not based on fuel consumption revenue, like toll roads or a wheel tax.
We think there is a growing amount of support, though, for folks to say, don't put it on the backs of Hoosiers. Let's continue to base it on folks that are using the roads, whether that's a Hoosier driving to work or school or an 18-wheeler that's driving from Pennsylvania.
The state lost around $533 million in road and bridge funding since the first gas tax suspension in April.
But like any holiday, holidays at some point will come to an end.
Richard Hedgecock with Indiana Builders, Inc. says it's the funding uncertainty that places businesses and projects at a crossroads.
When you're running a business and trying to plan of what your schedule looks like, what your hiring and firing, what your investment in your equipment looks like, it's very hard to do that planning when you're unsure about what the funding is going to look like.
Blaring the horn now, so the state does not depend on fuel-based consumption revenue and end up behind schedule. In Indianapolis, Ella Rhodes, 13 News.
Now, if the governor extends the gas tax suspension for 120 days, the state would take about $1.14 billion out of its surplus revenue to cover road funding costs from April to November. But at this time, the suspension is only until September 5th.